we've been writing each other letters. My favourite letter was the one describing when there was a riot in the prison. That sounded fucking insane.
That was awesome.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I can talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what happened was, because they've got the bupe dose. Do you know what bupe is?
No.
So bupe is, it's a synthetic opiate for opiate addicts.
Right.
And when you get, it's kind of like the new methadone program.
Okay.
Yeah, and when...
So it simulates the high of meth, or
not meth, like opiates.
Oh, it's opium, sorry.
Which is like codeine, morphine, heroin.
Yeah, heroin.
Yeah, that sort of realm of drugs.
Yeah.
And when you get put on the program, you get given like a little strip once every day or two.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there's about...
Is that just to help with like withdrawal symptoms?
Pretty much, but you stay on the program. It's like a consistent thing.
Yeah.
And so, you know, out of the whole yard, there's like about 15 guys that are on the program.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor decided that he wasn't going to give the bupe dose that day, and he just went home and knocked off and told the whole jail, wait till tomorrow. And so
you had a bunch of people going, I need me fucking bupe.
Yep, everyone just went, fuck this, we're not going back. And the word got around, and you know, it's pretty much that was how it was. Everyone's not going back
from the yard into their cell.
Yeah, so a medium is like an open yard with like 6 different blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 6, and each block has 4 units with about 8 or 9 cells in each unit.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk out of the unit and it's all outside sort of thing. It's not like a kind of inside, if you know what I mean, like jail.
Yeah.
And there's like a basketball court and a little grass area and a little training area and stuff.
Mm.
And on the grass area, we kick the footy and stuff like that. So everyone's just decided we're not going back, you know. And so at 4:30, they call out food handlers to the top of the ramp. And I was a food handler.
Yeah.
And that's the signal for the food handlers to go up to the top of the ramp. Everyone else goes back to their units. The food handlers get the food, come down, give out the food for dinner, and then go into the unit, and it's locked down for the night, you know.
Yeah.
But so as soon as they've gone food handlers to the top of the ramp, everyone just kept walking, just ignored it. No food handlers went up. I wasn't going up.
Yeah.
You know, if I'd gone up there, I would have looked like the one guy that's like...
Yeah, it sounded like you were in a really weird position where you didn't really want to riot, but if you don't participate, then you're like a rat.
Yeah.
It's like a strike, really.
Yeah.
Because they've taken something away from the prisoners.
Yeah, it's a strike.
They deserve.
You're 100% right.
And it's just like a strike.
Yeah.
So you can't not strike, even if it's not exactly your problem.
Yeah, exactly. And we just kept walking in circles, and the screws are all walking around going, come on, everyone back in the units, and everyone's just looking the other way. Like,
so how many prisoners are there versus screws?
200.
Yeah.
And there's about 8 to 10 screws.
Yeah, so they can't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
No. And they don't have guns or anything, so you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Fuck, that's great.
Yeah, and so everyone's just ignoring them. The screws have done it, walked around, tried to tell a few more people, come on, back in the units. And
have they said why they're striking? Or they're just ignoring
everyone just
them?
ignored them. Everyone just said, don't look at them, just pretend they're not there.
Yeah.
Keep kicking the footy.
Yeah.
You know, and after about 10 minutes of walking around, realising they're just getting ignored, the screws were like, all right, we're going. And they've left. And it was just like, what do we do now?
Yeah, fuck. So no guards now.
No guards. We're just all here. Kick the footy. Everyone's still just walking in circles.
What time is this?
About 4:30.
Yeah.
4:30 is like lockdown.
Yeah.
And so it gets to about, I say 10 to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then there's these 2 little fellas. Now there's one fella called Elijah, right?
Yeah.
And he walks around like this.
Yeah.
He's about 5 foot tall, and I was in a triple up with him when I first got into medium, which is a cell with 2 other people.
Yeah,
and he was a weird kid. Like, he'd sit there at night and look at his finger like this, and go randomly at like 2 a.m. go, yeah, righto.
That's fucking weird. Isn't that straight out of The fucking Shining?
Bro, like...
Stephen King wrote that up and it was terrifying.
A week later, I watched The Shining on TV, and I'm like watching The Shining and looking at this cunt, and he's just lying in his bed just staring at the roof like that. And
he goes, he's seen it, he's lived it.
Yeah. He was such a funny little cunt. And he's in there for stabbing a IGA supermarket worker for trying to get... He was trying to rob the place, ended up stabbing him.
Yeah.
But he was getting the money to pay off his fines. Yeah. And so...
Man.
And he did some weird shit. I ended up like throwing him out of the triple up at one point because he'd just do weird shit. And he wigged me out hard at first. I was just like, this little cunt's fucking tripping me out. And
it would be so weird to work out what you can do, like to another inmate if they're doing some weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? There's like, obviously you can't fucking bash them. There's like the rules.
Oh, you can. But...
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, there's the rules.
Yeah.
But then there's the rules.
Yeah.
Like the inmates' etiquette and rules, and like, if you do bash him and it doesn't get reported, are you still going to get in trouble because of the other rules?
Yeah.
Like, all that shit would be so hard to work out.
Yeah. Once you get your bearings in there, it's easy as, you know. And but you know, he was doing my head in. He'd just say random, and then he'd just like laugh at randomly at 2 in the morning. And I wake up and go, what are you laughing about? He's like, nothing. Just thinking out loud.
That's from a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and then he'd get up and he'd walk down and walk out the door and slam the door and then come back in, slam the door, not turn the handle at all. So it goes click, like, you know, and I ended up dragging his mattress out and made him sleep out in the kitchen. Because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
What else did he do? He because they've got the radio where you can call through to head office, and one night we got butterscotch.
What the fuck did they think was going to happen when they put that in there? Of course, everyone's going to fuck with them.
Yeah. I mean, if you fuck with them too much, you get in trouble. But
yeah,
he'd do shit like he'd finish his dessert, and he'd get up and go press the button, and they'd go, "Yeah, what do you want?" And he'd just go, "Dessert was delicious." And just go sit back down.
Fuck. Did they say anything back?
They'd just be like, what the fuck? Just switch it off, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, back to the riot. We're all sitting around just like kicking the footy, going, what happens now? And all of a sudden this little Elijah and another fella climb up on the roof. Right? Yeah. And they're up on the roof. And they're standing there looking at the cameras on the roof going... And we're all going, belly up, fellas. So they've taken their shirts off and wrapped it around their heads. But not like... They've been on the roof staring at the camera for 2 minutes. The camera's got them. But, you know, they're still bellied up. You know, they got the shirts.
Just get into the spirit of it, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that, as soon as they got on the roof, the whole yard just started going...
We can do anything.
Yes. This is sick. People are running in, grabbing mattresses, blankets, going and throwing it up on the roof to them. Yeah. And then in comes the TRG. So the TRG is a tactical response group.
Oh, no.
So it's like, you know, the full black helmet, black gas masks, tear gas with the black shotguns with...
pellets?
Rubber bullets.
Rubber bullets, I mean, yeah.
And so... from where we could see their van, like their big TRG van pulling in. We're like, here they come.
How many do you think?
I'd say there'd be about 8.
Yeah. Oh, that's not that many.
No. But, and so they were getting ready to come into the yard, and at that point, fellas started flipping table tennis tables on their side and bringing it onto the grass and flipping other picnic tables.
Getting ready for the siege.
Yeah, for this get barriers, and everyone's going, stand together, boys, you know.
Yeah. And what are you doing?
I'm just there going, this is sick. I was just getting goosebumps. It was such like the pack mentality of it. I was just like, this is the best fucking thing that's happened in weeks. This is awesome. This is like it was.
I was reading a letter going, this is sick. I wish I was there.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was like I haven't had it was more goosebumps than I get on stage doing a show to 1,000 people. You know, it was like I'm alive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was great. And
but are you like participating or?
Oh, I'm amongst it. I didn't destroy any property or anything like that. You know,
yeah.
I was.
Of course not. To any officers listening.
Yeah. But I can't do shit now. But yeah, like, I was just amongst it. Like, what's going on? What's happening? And then my mate, this fella Tomo, is a fucking funny cunt. Fuck, he's a funny cunt. He ended up going up to the side to where this garden is, which is kind of the closest you could get to where the TRG were coming in, but it's still about 300 metres away. Tomo's grabbed a rock and lobbed it, and this rock went over like the prison garden, over the like walkway, which is all caged in and stuff, and hit one of the TRGs in the head.
Put that cunt in the Olympics.
Yeah, he's actually a machine. He's
dude, 300 meters and hit one in the head.
Oh, it
champion,
was the best shot ever.
Gold medal. He needs one.
100%. And
did he take him out?
Didn't knock him out, but it clocked in. So at that point, the TRG just started pumping tear gas into the yards. It was like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
It was just raining tear gas canisters, and then everyone's getting t-shirts and getting them wet and running out and throwing wet t-shirts on the tear gas canisters and stopping it. And the yard started, there's tear gas everywhere, so everyone's like starting to tear up and cry.
Yeah.
And in comes the TRG. They've come in like hands on each other's shoulders, full like SWAT team, doing hand signals, and
wow.
They've come down the landing. And at that point is where I went, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot with a rubber bullet.
Yeah.
And I shit him. And I went back up to my unit and and then held the door open for the rest of the fellas that were coming into my unit.
Yeah.
And and then shut the door and they locked the doors. The TRG came down.
So if you weren't in your cell by that moment, you were just participating because you couldn't get in the cell if they locked them then.
Yeah, well, the thing is we chocked all the doors.
Right.
Because they could only lock the doors once it's actually shut, so we put T-shirts down so everyone could get back in.
Yeah.
But as they came down, like...
Fuck, you guys were prepared.
Yeah, yeah.
You really knew what you were doing. T-shirts on the tear gas, well, open the doors.
Fellas that have been there for a few years have been through a few of them.
Yeah.
I've heard of other ones where they set the mattresses on fire and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so they... when they've come down, I went back to my unit. I was over on the left side, kind of closer to the entrance sort of thing than the rest of the yard.
Yeah.
So I got back to my unit, but so much of the rest of the yard got caught up down in the kind of bottom side of it, and they all had to go and hide in units that weren't theirs.
Yeah.
And so they generally, I think they shot a couple people with the rubber bullets.
Yeah.
And let off a few rounds, and they came through. As we were getting back, they shot a tear gas canister like about a metre away from our unit, so our unit just got Dutched out anyway. We're all in there.
And you can't open the door to kick it away.
No, exactly.
Yeah, fuck.
And they're just burning a hole in the ground, like, and then, so it was about 2 hours of the TRG going to every unit, finding who was in there that wasn't meant to be in there, and rearranging them all.
Yeah.
Taking them back to here and here and here and here, and it was about 2 hours of that, and. My mate Django, he was caught in a different unit, and they brought him back in, and we're all cheering, going, yeah, boy! And he's walked in the unit, and like they've uncuffed him, and he's just walked in like, yeah! It was fun. It was so much fun. And and then...
It just sounds like high school with tear gas.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It is, There's some dangerous people, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fun to be had in many ways. Like, yeah. And then... after they put everyone back in the units, then they brought us dinner and our desserts. And we're just...
You still got dessert?
We still got dessert. And we're there just yelling at them, bring us our desserts, you slaves. Like, ha, we win.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you riot and still get pudding, you fucking win.
Exactly. Like, and Cocoa Pops.
Oh, you win.
Yeah.
You got rewarded.
Exactly. Cocoa Pops and dessert. It was beautiful. Like, if I got in trouble... Like, Cocoa Pops for me when I was a kid, it was like a once in a year thing,
Yeah.
What I mean? So the fact that we got Cocoa Pops and dessert after the riot.
Man, you've had more Cocoa Pops than I have in the same time period.
Yeah.
And I could just go buy them.
Exactly.
You win. And you got to fucking have a riot.